This thing still is not working. So that's a lot of fun. But at least we're back online. And of course it's not recording my screen properly. Hold on. Live production. Anyway, we might be back. Who's to say, really? I mean, honestly, who is to say? Imagine using a Mac. Jordy, weren't you the guy whose computer totally got destroyed the other day because you tried to update it? Now I'm trying to do some advanced stuff here, but you were trying to do some real simple stuff and yours didn't work. And I'm back in the Discord call, and I appear to be back streaming, I think. So that's something. Let's get VS Code back up. Great, my stream announcements channel in the Discord is going crazy. Anyway, here we are. Yet again. Hello, JasonB. How are you? My macOS audio capture is still not capturing your audio for some strange reason. Yeah, this is great. This is great. I love technology. Imagine using a computer you didn't hand build from Logic Gates, noobs. I did hand build this computer from Logic Gates. There is a moth that got into the audio processing unit that also handles the screen sharing because I'm just that good. I was able to make it work in both things. And I killed the moth, and it's failing me. Yeah, you watch it. All right. I can't mess with the hold on. macOS audio capture. Properties. Let's see what happens if I share my screen. Screens, share my screen, go live. Okay, so now you can see my screen, JasonB. And my mouse is still working. But none of the fine people out there can hear you. I can hear you just fine. So I'm going to mute all the other media sources. And I'm going to check out the properties on macOS audio capture. Twitch cannot see screen. Great. Love it. This is good. This is good. I'm enjoying this. It's not letting me screw with the properties. Oh, and I'm dropping 10% of my frames. This is great. Frames that aren't even being used. Useless frames. Man, I love technology. Truly. Real powerful stuff going on here. macOS screen capture 2. Why can't I edit the properties? You know what? Restarting OBS. Screw it. Quit OBS. Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on a second. We might be back in business. We just might be back in business here. Viewers, how does it look? It's working. So everyone can see my screen. Oh wait, but we can't hear you. Hold on. Let's see what we can do here. macOS audio capture. All right, do me a favor. Speak some. All right. Keep speaking. All right. Speaking activated. All right. This appears to still not be working. I can't capture your audio for some reason. Why can't I screw with the settings on the macOS audio capture? We're so close. So close. You know what? I'm just going to delete this from the scene. Delete macOS audio capture. Add a new macOS audio capture. Not yet. I got to make sure I don't have any other windows open that could be doing anything. Okay. Glad this didn't happen while I was trying to do an interview with Prime. That would have been bad. You know, I mean, if I get to choose my errors, this is not a bad one. Wait a second. Where's my audio mixer? I'm asking OBS to throw open the audio mixer, and it's not doing it. Yeah, I'm going to quit OBS again. Screw it. macOS audio capture. Add existing macOS audio capture. Okay. Speak some, Jason.
Hello.
There we go.
How's it going? Okay, sweet. Finally.
This is good. Speak some more.
Speaking more.
All right. Now we got the levels dialed in. Everything should be good, except all my viewers left.
Ouch. How I'm hurt that all the viewers did not want to stick around for the scuff.
I know, those bastards. All right. Rexosaurus Rex is telling us almost what? Is it almost working? You guys can still hear me. JasonB is good.
Or is it that almost all the viewers left and Rex is the only one left?
Almost all the viewers left and Rex is the only one left. Well, this name is Toucan is telling me it's fully working. Rexosaurus Rex is still here. I think it's time, after 28 minutes, to start writing some fucking code. Are you excited?
Sweet.
Are you excited? I'm excited.
Are we still using VS Code?
Yeah, we're still using VS Code. I'm sorry.
I'm less excited.
Yeah, me too.
All right, you want to hit me with that live share link again?
What's the point? It's just gonna break.
You know what? Fair. No touchy anything.
You know what? No, we're doing live share. All right, so if the link is copied, I'm gonna send it to you, and we're gonna get this thing going with VS Code live share. Why not?
What could possibly go wrong? What else could possibly go wrong, moreover?
What else could possibly go wrong? Are you live sharing? I don't know how VS Code live share works. Are you in?
Say that I'm in, like, it should say in about a second that I'm in. Let me see this. Let me just open. It's loading. Dress workspace. Yeah, it should say something now that I'm in there. You should see something indicating me around.
All right. I don't. Oh, there it is. JasonB. Join the collaboration session. La collaboration session.
Besides you butchering my last name, I am very happy.
Oh, JasonB. Is that not how it's pronounced?
Boyette.
JasonB.
There you go. All right. So what are we hacking on, Nate?
I don't know. I'm trying to do nexauth so that I can figure out if people are logged into my server. So what it is basically, I would show you, but it's broken. There is a page that says, "Hey man, would you like to sign up for the resume review?" And if you click yes, sign me up, it says, "All right, first you got to make sure you're in the Discord, because you got to be in the Discord so that we can collaborate with you. And this is a cheap ploy to get people to join my Discord, obviously."
Of course.
So
Great place. No degeneracy whatsoever.
exactly. So I send them a link to the Discord, and then once they've joined, they can authenticate with Discord. At which point they start a session, and then they're logged in on my service with their Discord account. So now I want to take their Discord account. I want to take the access token and use it to check to see if they're in my Discord server. And if they are in my Discord server, then allow them to upload their resume. And if they're not in my Discord server, to tell them to join my Discord server. So I'm using nexauth to authenticate using Discord's OAuth 2 implementation.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem with nexauth is there's like 4 different ways of doing it, and their documentation just seamlessly slides between all 4 separate and unique ways of doing it, and doesn't actually give you it doesn't seem to have like an authoritative, this is how you get it working. And then I don't know how to, and once I do that, I need to set up an API route to check or something, or maybe a middleware to gate whether or not they can get into the upload screen, whatever it is. And that's that. That's it.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know how nexauth works.
I'm afraid most of the time I've set up authentication, I've used Clerk.js, so it's not been my jam. But
All right.
let's have a look at these docs.
So here we are. Here are the nexauth docs. Add authentication in minutes. So on your server, you just put in a bunch of stuff. Then on your client, you just import session provider from nexauth/react, which I have. Then on a client page, you just import session, use session, sign in, sign out, which is all fine and dandy, except I need on the back end to ask Discord if the person is in the Discord server or not.
Okay. So I would just break this down by each individual component. Are we able to get the Discord IDs properly at this point?
So if we want to be using the newest stuff via auth.js, I think that's going to be the important one. Because we say nexauth.js.dev, that's old documentation that you wouldn't know if you didn't, you wouldn't know it, but that's the old documentation. So this one is saying auth.ts, you do this, middleware.ts, you do this, and API/auth/ open bracket dot nexauth close bracket .ts, you do this. So this is what I really want. So I think there's an auth.ts somewhere. No, it's middleware.ts is what I have. No, this isn't it. Oh, I was also going to do an admin page that checks for me specifically, so I can go in and look at all the uploaded resumes and do whatever. So I don't know what this is. Nexauth API auth. So are you making heads or tail? What was that?
Oh, I'm just kind of starting to browse these docs.
Yeah, confusing, right?
A little bit.
Are you on the auth.js.dev docs or are you on the nexauth.js.dev docs?
I am in nexauth example.vercel.app at the moment. So I'm in authjs.dev.
Okay, good. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. I don't know. They're not very good at this.
Okay, so let's check out how they want to do it through Next. Oh God, light mode. Documentation. Okay, so do we have beta? Really, they're making us use a beta?
Apparently.
You have the. Let's just go through it. You have everything installed, right?
Probably. Do I just install all of these things?
Let's just go ahead and check your package.json.
Why not just do all of them?
Yeah, fair. Okay, so we have.
I don't know. Yeah, let's take a look at package.json. So I have discord-auth2, auth@/core, discord.js.env, next, nexauth, React, and React DOM.
Okay, cool. So do we want to do hard initialization or lazy initialization?
What's the difference?
Well, I mean, lazy initialization is basically just lazy loading your auth state. So if there's a home screen where you don't necessarily need to initialize your auth right off the bat, you would use that.
Okay, let's do
Or
that.
you can just okay.
Where are you reading this from?
Here, I'll shoot it to you in Discord.
Cool. A lot of dead air. Let me get some music going.
Yeah, this session. There's gonna be a lot of docs reading.
Yeah, a lot of docs reading. #RTFM.
Read the friendly manual, people.
Read the heckin' manual, boys and girls. Everyone needs to read the manual. All right, what mood do we go for? Angry, I think. And then genre, we'll go with corporate,
These docs are making
electronic. Let's go rock. Angry rock. And it's not here. There's 0 results found.
The docs are making me pretty angry. And using VS Code is also making me angry. So yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have everything set up for your environment variables?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I see your env.
I mean, I had it working. I can't show you the env because then I'll be showing everyone.
Yeah, please don't. Just making sure.
Yeah.
So, at what point did it stop working?
I'll tell you when it stopped working. When I tried using the information stored inside of the JOT when I tried looking to see inside of the stuff. I got it to authenticate, and that worked fine. And then when I tried doing authorization by looking at the information on the server side instead of just having it, that's when I tried going and changing stuff, and now it's broken.
Okay, so were you able to so were you authorizing it? Were you accessing it client side or server side?
I was able to access it client side just fine. Server side is when I realized I had done something wrong and then tried to fix it, and now it's broken worse.
Okay. I'm assuming this is in Git, right?
No.
Huh. Well.
Oh, when it was working? Yeah. Let's do,
Yes, let's back up to the last working version. And see if we can't move forward from there.
yeah, because this is all...
Not that I'm not a good enough engineer to help you untangle the mess that you've made. But, you know, why?
Yeah. Yeah, this will probably be fine to just get stash. Get checkout, main, get status, get restored done. What? All right, we are back to where it was before. If you direct your attention, you can sign in with Discord, and it will do the old authorization thing. And I have all my information right here.
All right. Cool. So now we're trying to access that information on server side.
Yes.
Okay. So let's try and implement that and see what kind of errors and see why it gets mad at us for that.
Well, that was where the problem was. I didn't know how to implement it properly. I don't know how server-side stuff works here.
Okay. So normally that's going to be in your source app components. Under your API. Route.ts. Okay, so we've got your got your client ID. Your nexauth provider, handler, client secret, export. Okay.
That song kind of slapped, I'm not going to lie to you.
I can just barely hear it on my end, and it does kind of slap, not gonna lie.
I'm fully jamming out over here.
Okay. Are you familiar at all with TRPC?
Transactional remote procedure call? I'm not. I've no idea
that's
what
what
TRPC is.
It's a way of having type-safe interaction between your client and server, and being able to define your the defined stuff on your back end in Next, or really in any React landscape.
Do I have to use this? What if I don't want to?
You don't have to. It's just what I would. It's just the way that I personally prefer to handle backend calls.
I want to do this the way that React wants me to. It's the only reason I'm using Next. It's the only reason I'm using VS Code.
I mean, React is not particularly opinionated. This is TRPC. Is part
I
of the,
disagree. React is opinionated. Their opinion is to use VS Code and Next.
Fair. TRPC is one of the T's in the T3 stack.
I gotta be real with you. I don't know what the T3 stack is.
I mean, looks like you're using it because that's what your favicon says. The Create T3 app.
I didn't do that. I just did what they said.
Weird. Okay. That's how I would go about it, but that's not what we have to. So what I would probably do is just create a route in here that just returns true, or returns a promise that then returns true if the user is authenticated. Is authenticated and part of your server.
Okay, how do I do that?
That is a fantastic question.
And actually, I don't want to do that. I want to make it so they cannot get to the upload. I want them to be able to go to the upload page if they're authenticated and allowed in, and the upload page is like totally blocked, and then the upload endpoint is also blocked if they can't get there. Can be right back. I ran out of beverage.
Okay.
Anyway. This song is not doing it. This song is not doing it. This song is not doing it. Ooh, this one's called Chasing a Criminal by John Prestone.
Okay. So anything inside of your API directory is a new API route.
Yes.
So what we could do is create an API route that when you go into the sign up page, not the sign up page, the upload page. When you go into that, it then uses a use effect to call the API route.
That feels like the wrong way to do that. That feels like the wrong way to do that. I should be able to do that with middleware.
You can also do that with middleware.
I want to do it with middleware. That feels like the more correct way of doing it.
Okay, that's viable. So middleware again kind of lives in a. You said you wanted to mainly do this on the back end, or?
I mean, that's where the middleware applies.
I mean, by the nature of it, it's middle, so it's kind of both.
But it runs on the server.
Yes.
It happens before it gets to the route, but yes.
Okay, just making sure I'm kind of following your train of thought.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Where did you stick the middleware?
I didn't.
Well, I guess that's the next step. Let's make a middleware.
All right. Where does that go? Middleware.ts in the root of the project, right? Or wrong? I don't know.
I think it goes in the source folder, but
Well,
let's
in the
go ahead and
source
go.
folder, of course.
I mean, the root and the source are two different spots, so
You're right. You know what? You're right.
and we both
Oh,
arrived
it
at
is
the
in the
same
root project. What?
Okay,
No. So
I'm incorrect.
middleware.ts. Fantastic. Oops. Oh, shit.
You're doing Go imports.
I'm not trying to. Import. Oops. No. No. All right, what did I just do? Middleware will be invoked for every route in your project. The following is execution order: headers from next.config.js, redirects from next.config.js, middleware, before files, file system routes, after files, dynamic routes, fallback rewrites. Does that make sense?
Reading and processing.
All right, matcher allows you to filter middleware to run on specific paths. So we don't need it to run on home, but what we do need to run it on is on /upload. And then we'll have a /API/upload that will also do stuff. And honestly, no one should be able to access the API anyway, except for when they're doing the auth stuff, so I'm not going to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Match a single path or multiple paths with array syntax. Got it. Matcher allows for full regex, so matching like negative lookaheads or character supported, whatever. You can also ignore prefetches that don't need to go through middleware using the missing array. Got it. Configured matchers must start with /. Can include named parameters, matches. Okay, can have modifiers on named parameters, starting with colon. So I'll do /: path star, I guess. Can't use regular expression. Okay, so this will match anything on /upload, which is great.
Okay, so okay, so it looks like if we just try and if we just want to fetch, wow, what the heck happened to my cursor?
Oh, I took over.
We want to fetch Discord token. Fetch all the tokens. So, sound about right?
No.
Okay.
What we will do is we will... Sorry to undo everything. Grab Discord token from user. Snag their Discord user ID. Check for it in list of users in the server, which of course we will already have.
Do we already have that fetched somewhere else in the project, or do we need to fetch that here?
We need to fetch that at some point.
Okay, so the question is...
Discord.js to get it, because it's on a bot that'll already be in the server.
Okay, do we want to... do we have to call Discord.js every time, or do we want to throw that in a DB somewhere and just call that?
I would rather we just store it in memory and fetch it when... Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, because memory isn't going to persist because this is all run on lambdas.
I'm not running on a lambda, please.
Well, I mean, we're in Next, so you're automatically working with lambdas here.
No. I'll be running it on what's it called? Cloudflare runner. Cloudflare worker thing. Where's the... Let me pull up the actual Cloudflare documentation on it.
So does Cloudflare have a different kind of interaction with Next than I'm generally familiar with?
I'll just show you. This is the scariest part. I'll be typing in a password. Oh. Well, I gotta make sure I'm very careful about where I paste this, log in, grab my security key. Hold on a second. Worker. So this is a cloud for workers. Serverless functions. It is serverless, so you are right.
Yeah, so we're not going to have persistent memory.
But I do need to persist things anyway using Cloudflare R2. So I could do this in like a SQLite or something, and then grab it from R2.
That's what I would do. Is just have like a SQLite database that you interact with. So how do we want to interact with that?
It's a great question. I think just for developing it right now, what we can do is we can grab all the users in the server that it's in, because it's only ever going to be in one server. We can just grab all the users in the server and then store them in memory, and then honestly we just do the request every time. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Kind of hurts, but at this scale, it's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah, I mean this is the scale of 4 users per week that I need this thing to run on. If it was any more than that, I wouldn't do it using this bullshit stack that doesn't work.
Okay, so we'll just grab everything from Discord.js.
Yep.
All right. So
we'll make a real quick lib to grab the a new file, right? So we'll call this get people in server.ts. Fair enough, right?
That works.
Import. Oh, how do we get use Discord.js? Discord.js. How to. Whatever. Let's check the Discord. Let's figure out the minimum we need to get all the users.
I'll be back in a moment.
All right.
All right, I'm back.
Fantastic.
Hello? Okay.
Yes. So it looks like we just need to connect to the Discord gateway and then ask for that person's specific user ID, and we can just do that every time since it's just going to be one request. So if that user is in the server, then we'll get it. Otherwise, it'll just say, "I'm sorry, who?"
So does it return null or does it return a specific thing?
I suppose we'll find out. Also, thanks for the follow, Fortran999.
Yo.
All right, you didn't subscribe. You don't have to go that crazy.
You know how crazy I'm feeling. You can't see me. I'll go super dang crazy for a subscribe. Golly, man. Also, Nate, don't tell me what to do.
Imagine giving Nate money. Jordy, you don't have to imagine. Give me money. What the hell am I doing? I'm just jamming out to this music. Oh, we need to request guild members with the field user IDs ? To be the user's ID. So that's not too bad.
All right, let's run that through a. Let's just see whether we get back with that with a with someone that we know is in there and someone that we know is not.
Yeah. Problem is, it's not just an API call.
It's not.
It's not.
There's a whole process to
It's
it.
a whole thing.
Of course.
It's always something. All right, so we're gonna say import whatever we need. Client, events, gateway intent bits from discord.js. Oh, so I don't need to say discord.js. I bet it just needs Discord. Whatever. And then, of course, we need to get the old token. We'll figure that out.
And they're going old school with the require syntax.
I know. I'm not happy about it because I'm just getting into TypeScript. And it's really screwing me up. It's really, really pissing me off. Oh, what the heck? Client. Can I not? Okay. Capital client. Okay. Wait, now I see. Const client equals new client with, oops, there we go. Intents. And then, what's the gateway intent we need? We want the gateway intent we want. We need guild _ members. So this will be gateway intents. Gateway intent bits dot guild members. Gateway intent bits. Oh. Intent bits dot guild members. So we gotta do that. And then what's it saying?
Well, the guild members are guild. Well, the guild members are guild _ members.
It's not complaining at me. So what do you want? Are you looking at gift horse in the mouth?
I'm looking at non-typed script gift horse in the mouth.
What are you talking about? Non-typed. It says enum gateway intent bits guild members equals 2.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. Client.once. Let's do this thing. Events.client ready client. One of these. Hacker voice, we're in.
Sweet.
Then we'll say client.login token, which we need to get the token for the client, which is stored in somewhere. Let me grab that bad boy. It's gonna be in the env under as Discord. No, I got ID and secret. I feel like I need something else for that. I need the bot token. So I'm gonna go get the bot token. I'll be right back. And by be right back, I mean I'm just going on my other screen for that. So anyway, how's it going?
It's going.
Good stuff.
Finally getting nice and warm down here in the south. It's
Nice and warm.
It's been a relief. It's been below 40 degrees in the south, and us southerners can't handle that.
As a person living in Georgia, I can't really call myself a southerner. That has a whole set of connotations I don't want to be involved with. But as a person living in the south, I understand what you're saying.
Oh, that for some reason I thought you were further north than Georgia.
Atlanta.
Oh no, for some reason I thought you were still in Iowa because you went to Iowa State, right?
Well, this is the thing, man. You can take the guy out of Iowa, but can you really take the Iowa out of the guy? I don't think so.
You'll always be a potato.
Wrong state. Nice try. Corn.
Oh,
Corn.
Idaho. My bad. You'll always be a flyover.
That works fine.
One thing you can't accuse us Texans of is being flyover.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. We have plenty of things to accuse you guys of.
That's what I said was one thing.
All right, so now I need to figure out how to get the token out of ENV. How to get a token out of ENV, TypeScript, next.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's just a universal function that lets you do .env.
Mm-hmm. Will this require work? I don't want to use require. That feels so... Ugh. What does that require syntax do, anyway? How does that work?
It's basically just an import. It's just old school.
Yeah. So what's the new way of doing this? Just getting that. So I say import config. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's just check out the .env stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's just a built-in function that is
Yeah.
.env.
Node.js. Next.js. Oh, Jesus. Just whatever. No, fine. Where's the... Okay, .env, package.json, don't care. But how do I use it? Does it not show me how to use it inside of the frickin' thing? What the frick? What the heck? What the heckin' crap, dude? Oh, process.env. Okay. Well,
Okay, yeah. You just get
nexauth URL node env tz vercel. What are all those? Where'd those come from?
those are all.
Oh, that's in nextenv.d.ts. I bet. Is that where I should put my stuff? Hold on.
Should be in.
Nope, that's not it. Where is it getting those from? Because I'm not using any of those anywhere. Oh wait, no, never mind. I am. Discord_token is the one I want. All right, we're back. Okay. So then once we're logged in and we have that, and this I want to run when the server starts, I guess, just to log in quick, because we can't connect to the server more than like 1,000 times a day, or else it'll get mad. So you want to connect once and then have that going. So I guess once every time somebody logs in, or whenever that machine spins up to run this backend, it can run, because I don't think it's going to happen more than 1,000 times a day. I don't think it's going to be shutting down fast enough.
That tracks.
So how do I make this run when the server starts up?
You can probably put it in a second function into your middleware that runs on the initial login.
No, I want it to run when the server starts up the first time.
I wonder if there's a webhooks event for that. Just when the
Okay, so this Stack
the
Overflow
serverless when the serverless function starts up, or when the
serverless function starts up, well, whatever, when it comes up.
Okay.
Instrumentation file. Oh, this is so gross. Why does Next have to be so gross? Ah.
Because everything in JavaScript is a hack.
This all makes me sad. Like the fact that people do this and then think this is good. Oh.
This is
why?
Yeah, the only way I can think of besides doing that would be, again, to set up a SQLite database to query against, and then if the user is in the database, we can already know that they're signed up, and if not, then we query against the Discord API.
But that is also like 10 times more annoying.
I mean,
for its own
you have
reasons.
you have two options that are very annoying.
This is so bad. You know how easy this would be in Go?
Well, I mean, Go, you have persistent memory across calls.
Jordy is saying, build it in real lang, TM, Nate. You know you want to. How? That's not going to make for a good stream, though. I just immediately write the entire thing and it works perfectly. Who cares?
You can put serverless Go functions into a Next project.
No, that's not. The serverless thing is dumb. It's so dumb. I don't like modern technology.
It's the world we're living in.
It's not the world we're living in. It's the world that like 9 people are living in, and then they claim that that's the entire world. You know what world everyone lives in? Spring Boot. That's the world everyone lives in. They write Spring Boot Java applications, and they're not happy about it, and it's not that much fun, but they work, and fundamentally, it's not like fundamentally stupid. It's stupid because of all the stuff people put onto it. This is like so fundamentally dumb at its core that I say this all the time, but I mean it this time. I'm a smart guy. I figure things out. I've been a software engineer for years. I'm good enough at it that I lead a team at work professionally, and everything works fine. But this is just such nonsense. The amount of hoops you have to jump through to write an abstraction on top of a front-end language that was written in 3 days or whatever, according to the myth. It's a language that was made for moving shit around on a website, and we're using this to do all this nonsense. We're not using it. We're using TypeScript, which is an abstraction on that. it's so dog shit. Why? Whose idea was this? And I know whose idea it was. It was the people who wanted to make everything more easy and accessible and nice. And it's just worse in every way. The amount of mental overhead I have to have to deal with any of this shit. You know what I mean?
Yes, I'm well aware.
Because it's like, if I want to make an API route, not only do I have to know, how a JSON API works and how the web kind of works in general and whatnot, but I also have to know how Next.js specifically wants API routes to go. I have to know how to... And I know I'm not like crazy here, because when I first started programming, one of the first things I did was I wrote some web servers in like Go, a year in, and it was so easy. And I have like 7 years of experience at this point, and I'm trying to do it in TypeScript, and it's such nonsense, man. It's such nonsense.
So I have another idea that can make this a little less nonsensical.
What?
We can store the users. We can use something like a state manager. I would go with Zustand. It's very easy to set up. And then we can use session storage to persist it on the user's device. That way we can persist the current iteration of the of all of the...
What if I told you that's already happening?
Huh?
What if I told you that's already happening?
Is it?
Yeah, it's already encoded into the JOT. That's where this is from my information. This is stored on my device.
Okay. Do you have that? That's just stored in the memory that you're using right there, or is it stored in your session storage?
It's stored inside of a cookie.
Okay. So we have your user information.
Yes.
So now all we have to do is store all of the information. This is store all the usernames that are currently associated with your server inside of session storage.
No, I'm not going to do that. That's really bad.
Okay. Yeah, I can see the security issue there.
That's not even a security issue. It's just a dumb issue.
Yeah. I'm trying here, man. I'm trying to figure something out to where we don't have to.
No, I'm just gonna continue to have a meltdown for the next 40 minutes, and then I'm gonna go off stream. And I mean, this project is really getting old. Like I'm getting tired of it. The thing about it is they say serverless is this great new way of doing stuff that's super low cost. And to me, the score to beat is a $5 DigitalOcean droplet just running your service. And they're not beating it because, oh yeah, if you want to persist anything longer than 8 seconds, you have to connect up a database. It's like, oh, so databases are free now? Well, no, but you could use one of these. And it's like, all right, so then your infrastructure, now you have a database to deal with, and you can't just store it in SQLite because then you need to, you could just store it in SQLite. I don't know.
But generally, it's a serverless database that you would use, like something like PlanetScale or something on Railway.
The fact that you need 19 different software as a service platforms to get a single, simple app going, when, years and years ago, I was just spinning up a AWS free tier, a DigitalOcean droplet, or whatever, and then just shoving whatever I needed onto it, and then running it, and then having very few problems. But no, it needs to scale. Everything has to scale. I know you have no users now, and you won't have any users in 6 months, but what happens if someone posts your shit on Reddit, and you get 200 viewers at the same time? Then what's going to happen? Oh, no!
Oh no, you have to buy a slightly bigger bucket for a month.
Also, I'm not going to learn Spring Boot. This name is Toucan. I'm just going to use Go. Spring Boot is dog shit in its own special and unique way. SAS has been the death of small web. That is correct, Cooperator. SAS has been the death of small web. Oh. Whatever happened to just having a server? Also, what's fun is most of this content is, I mean, most of the stuff most people are doing is static anyway. So, like, all they have to do is have a server and then front it with, you know, Cloudflare as a CDN or whatever, and their stuff will never fall down, ever. Like, you know what kind of uptime my website has? Amazing. Infinite. Never had a problem.
Beautiful.
Let's just look at the glory of my website. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Whatever happened to monoliths? Why does everything need to be broken down into microservices? There's at least a point behind microservices. The problem is people use microservices wrong, and it breaks things anyway. It's all nonsense. All nonsense. Old man shouts at cloud. So on, so forth, whatnot. How did we get here, man? Ugh.
A lot of people over abstracting a bunch of BS.
Everything is so over abstracted and broken and busted and rendered not working. Look at Richard Stallman's website. What's Richard Stallman's website? Richard Stallman's personal page. Now this is a website. That's what I'm talking about.
Beautiful.
Ooh, join a Friday climate strike. No, thank you. Really asking people to vote for Democrats. Not sure I appreciate his political views. Anyway. Big fan of civil liberties.
Immaculate web design, though.
This is great web design. Love this. Let's see, what was that? Car theft by technical cracking. A lot of stuff on here. That said, this website is nothing compared to the guy who sells Klein bottles. You seen this?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is the Klein bottle guy, Acme Klein bottle. You'll notice that every one of these links is visited because I was so enthralled by this website that I had to go and click on every single link. I didn't go that far down. But this guy's great.
That peak. That is peak right there.
Yeah, and he's got so many Klein bottles. I mean, he's got classic Klein bottles. He's got baby little Klein bottles. He's got big Klein bottles. He's got Klein bottle earrings. The Kleinstein. Now this is topologically the same as the Klein bottle. It's just in the shape of a Stein. I mean, giant Klein bottles. All sorts of stuff.
This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, that's great. You know, I actually have a copy of this poster of a print. I don't know if it's original or not, but I bought it at a gun show. Check this out. What do you think?
I can't see your camera through the.
Shit. Here we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah. It's like old, and it has like Russian stuff on the bottom. But I don't know if this is like an original or just like a reprint that someone made. It's got a Russian stamp on the back.
Nice.
It's a relic of some sort. So I don't know how legit this is, but I bought it at a gun show. It's pretty lit.
It is pretty lit.
You just minified your camera. I did just minify my camera. I don't know why that happened. Hold on. I broke my camera. it bigger. Also, yes, the Windows XP thing is an illusion, though it does have moving windows, which is nice. But yeah, this is all just a ruse.
All right, so are we giving up on the serverless architecture, or are we going in on this?
We're gonna go in on this. I'm just like not happy right now.
So, what version of not happy do we want to do? Do we want to do the database thing? Do we want to do the weird Next.js workaround? Or do we want to just understand the fact that that's never going to get visited 1,000 times a day and just call it every time?
I think we just connect to the thing and call it every time, and then at some point it's just going to stop working every day as we get rate limited by Discord, and I'm just going to go on with my life.
There.
And that'll be that. So here's the problem. We log in, and then we have to handle this event. This thing where it gives me the hacker voice. We're in. We have to wait until that event comes through, and then after that event comes through, that's when we can ask for the that user in the server. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to sit here and wait for that to happen. How do I do an idle wait loop in JavaScript? Is it just...
I mean, you could just make the function async and make it a promise.
Okay.
So... here.
What is this?
So you got to label the function as async.
Yeah, of course.
Ah, crap! I forgot that we're in. That I'm in VS Code, not NeoVim.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. But that won't work. That's not how that works. That registers the callback with the thing.
Okay. Gosh dang it.
Yeah. Async, sleep, await, set timeout, null time. Yeah, that seems like the way to do it. So instead of time, we'll just do it by, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll call login. What is this? Oh, that's what you put there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is gonna be right. So we'll say no. We want to check for that one person. Check for person, and then we'll take in their ID, which is a string. How do I format? Format document. There we go. So we'll have this export async function check for person. So then we create this client, we do this stuff, and then we register this handler, and then what we'll do is we'll call the login, and then as the last moment of this handler, we'll say let ready boolean equals equals false, and then ready equals true. And then what we'll do is we'll return a promise. How do you make a promise?
Oh yeah, so this is a promise. Sorry, just reading the hover docs real quick, seeing if I can understand how this is. Okay, so returns a reference to event emitter so that the calls can be chained by default. Okay, so this client returns. So we have const emitter equals that. So now we can listen for this event emitter here because that's what this returns. And then once that emitter is fired, we can resolve the promise.
Okay. So we'll say. Oh fuck! I think. This isn't the code I want. I want to do this a different way, but I can't describe it, and I can't find anybody else doing it properly. Maybe we'll just do it your way. Wait a second, hold on. No, this isn't going to be it. All right, yeah, let's do this. So what are you saying? Make this an emitter.
Yeah.
So what's
which
an
this
emitter?
client.once already returns an emitter.
Okay. So
then we can just wait for this emitter to be. We can just listen for this emitter to be fired, and then on that event we resolve the promise and put its value into the value of the promise.
okay. Let's do that. What is the type of this? Peak. How do I?
Just hover over it. You can just hover over it.
Oh, there we go. Say one-time listener function for the event named event name. The next time event name is triggered, the listener is removed, then invoked. There's a reference to the event emitter, which so that calls can be chained. By default, event listeners are invoked in the order they are added. Emitter.prepend once listener method can be used as an alternative to the add event listener to the beginning of the listener's array. I understand this worse than I thought I did.
So from what I understand, this is going to fire an event, and we can listen to it using this emitter.
Okay.
And then once that event is fired, we can then do something conditionally upon that.
Yes. So once that emitter is fired, okay. Resolve callback used to resolve the promise with a value or the result of another promise, and a reject callback used to reject the promise with a provided reason or error. Emitter, hardly know her. Thank you, Set Getterson. Appreciate it.
Beautiful. Let's give this a little bit of. Let's submit client boolean.
This thing will just return. This thing will just return Boolean. So it's a promise of Boolean. The same as toucan. What are you trying? What are you attempting to achieve? I want to know if someone's in my server or not. It's really all I need. But we have to go through a bunch of nonsense to get this to work. So then the resolve function will be, it'll take in a Boolean value, so let's call it is there, and then it returns void, which means we just need to say is there equals false or whatever. So this is not right.
I think that value is.
Do you not assign it to the value you pass in? Because it returns void. It's a Boolean or promise like Boolean. Well, what? So why not? Is it not? How does any of this work, man?
See if we can await that.
Why would we await it? We're trying to set it, dude. I thought.
In case it's promise like.
What? Why would it be a promise like? What does it mean?
I don't know, man. We're getting into the weeds a little bit here now. The problem is just that this is choosing to fire off on an event, and it's not just giving us an async thing that we can await. I wonder.
My background fell over. Welcome to the full studio, everyone. Let me fix that real quick.
Let's take a look at this. Most popular way to build Discord bots. Silly docs. So what Discord library are we using? Discord.js? Okay, so that's the docs I'm looking at now.
Anyway. Distinct lack of M2 competition being parked in your living room. Yeah, I actually have it parked on the other side. You can see that. It's parked right there. So it's right over there.
Okay, this might be... It looks like Discord might expose a direct API route, and that could be easily just awaited.
Where is that direct API route?
I found it in the Discord developer portal here. I'll send it to you.
Please.
Because if we can just call a REST API, that would make our lives so much easier.
This is not, is this?
I'm still looking through it.
This is the gateway API. This is the documentation I already looked at.
Oh, crap. And that's what led you to this tomfoolery?
Yes. All right, good night. This name is Toucanned. See you next time. Anyway. Creating promises. Use the new followed by promise. Promise constructor accepts a function which should take two parameters. Function to resolve the promise, function to reject the promise. When is that function called? TypeScript added type annotation to the promise, indicate the value of the type it resolves to. Okay, I see. So I should say resolve reject Boolean. Return false. So how does this resolve reject thing work? Set Getterson, I'm sorry, I do not know exactly what we're trying to solve. I'm just getting really mad at how the documentation around promises doesn't explain what happens. Oh, I see. So resolve and reject are functions that I call if I want to resolve it or not. So I can say like resolve true. This actually doesn't return anything. So I can say like resolve true, or I can say like reject, you know, if it worked. Else reject, it's broken. You know, be like authentication with Discord timed out or something. Otherwise we resolve true or resolve false. So what we can do is we can do a set timeout. And that will be on the wait for ready. So we'll set timeout on a function we call wait for ready, and then we'll say like, I don't know, 1 second. And then what we'll do is we will define that function inside of our function. Why not? Function wait for ready, which will return a, I don't know, Boolean. And all this will do is say if not ready. Sam1009485, thank you for following. Then we'll do one of these. Await new promise R set timeout R comma.
Oh, hello.
So every 50 milliseconds we'll check to see if it's ready. And then we're waiting for it on that. So what we'll do is we'll do this. And then we'll say if that didn't work out, then what we'll do is we will reject timeout error from timeout on connection to Discord API. And then otherwise, what we'll do is we will call the Discord API. We'll say client dot fetch guild users. No. Discord JS docs. So we do call and ask for guild users. Website documentation. Discord JS. Where is the API? Classes. Is there a guild class? Guild. Is there guild members? Guild member. So this is since a member. How do I ask for this? Guild member, guild member. So I probably need a guild to get the guild members. Since a guild or server available. How do I get the guild? Do I make a new guild? Properties, methods. Delete, edit. Fetch. Fetch is this guild. It's base guild. Instructor, client, data. Alright, so we'll say G equals new guild base guild, I guess, with the client. What's the data? Raw base guild data? What? No, this isn't. How do I Get guild members, Discord.js. This is what I want. msg.guild.members. What the hell is that? Fetches an asynchronous function. Got it. What the hell is MSG?
Okay. Oh, freaking A. Finally, they have something you can just grab a way to promise from.
No, this isn't even right. This is totally useless. Guild.members.fetch. Where's that guild?
Come on.
Client.guilds? Is client.guilds, is that even a thing? Client.guild. Oh.
Hello.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Set Getterson. Thank you. I need to figure out what the hell this is.
That .fetch method, is there a docs attached to it?
No, there's a guild manager that we need to go to. Okay, here we go. Client guilds. So guild manager, all the guilds the client is currently handling, mapped by their IDs as long as sharding isn't being used. This will be every guild the member is about. Alright. Guild manager.
Wait. Maybe we're going about this slightly wrong. Is there a way? Is there a way?
Of course we're going about this slightly wrong. We're using this thing. The sidebar properties section has all the good. Do I need to have this wide enough to see the sidebar? Is that what I'm missing? Oh, great.
Wow. What?
Wow. I love responsive web design. It really makes me happy.
What the hell, man?
You know what? It's 9:54. I'm just gonna quit. I think I'm just done. I think I'm over it. Do you agree? Are you with me here?
I'm curious.
I'm sorry for
about
dragging you
one
into
more
this bullshit.
thing.
Frankly.
I'm curious about one more thing, and then I'm done with it.
All right, what's your one more thing? And no, I'm only half-hearted in this.
I'm not saying to do this right now, but it's just a thing to check next time.
Okay.
If there's a way to just pass this API a user ID,
No.
and then if there's an associated property that just says all the servers, all the servers they're a member of.
No, we can't do that. That would be worse.
I mean, you can just run a dot includes against that array,
it's not how any of this works. We got to get that array first, and it's a big fucking hassle to do it.
Okay. Just a thought. But yeah, in which case I'm done with this.
And on that bombshell, Jason, you got anything to say?
Design better APIs, people. Good lord.
Yeah, honestly, fuck this. Fuck that. Fuck everything. So check out my YouTube or something. I don't know. I got a store up. You can check out the store, people. Otherwise, good night, goodbye. I'm out.